why is it, do you feel like he's always been so good here? Is it the soil? Is it the way the track is laid out? Why is he why is he a step above everyone else, like from your point of view?
Well, I think number one, Daytona is it takes a rider to ride out of the comfort zone a little bit, and also
Mhm.
the track. The rider's got to that riding style of the rider has to be a little more hanging it out. It's not a super typical Supercross track where you're perfect.
Yeah.
It's more of like an outdoor track with some Supercross rhythms, in my opinion. So you got to be able to switch up lines quickly
Yeah.
because as the track develops and breaks down very quickly there, and the different types of soil, the red clay in parts, and then the native Daytona sandy black dirt. But just watching Eli, outdoors and throughout the years, and also Daytona,
Yep.
he likes to ride that edge, and I think Daytona promotes and gives that ability for those riders that want to hang it out. They can hang it out at Daytona, and I think that's what's made him, so strong there over the last 8 years.
Yeah, especially I would agree, especially the high speeds. He talked about it a little bit. Someone asked him, a couple people asked him a similar question, I think, post race, and he was just like, he said the soil is similar to how it is what he grew up on. Sorry, and he like loves blasting the berms, and I feel like, for me personally, I feel like that's one reason why he always does well here. He's not scared to be aggressive with the throttle, clutch, throttle, just getting everything out of that bike. Whereas regular supercrosses, I think he does the same thing too, RV. But here it just really caters to his riding style. Like you said, he loves blasting the corners, and how similar it was. I was surprised to hear him say, though, how it was similar to what he grows up, what he rides on in Colorado. That I
Yeah,
was, I didn't,
I think to your point is maybe not the actual dirt itself, like mirroring what he grew up on, but the
uh-huh.
riding style that he grew up riding, in Colorado, blasting those berms, carrying lots of speed around the outsides. Not always just running those insides. Sure, Daytona, as we saw, lots of options in different turns to be able to go right around the inside, which isn't a typical thing for Supercross, right? We always go to
Yeah.
the berm 9 times out of 10. But then the ones that want to take the longer route got to go to that 3 to 5 miles an hour quicker because you're adding distance to the track. But they have those berms, just like what they would have, or what John would build at his home track. And yeah, it promotes railing, berm blasting, and I think he's one of the best at doing it.
Yeah, I love what you said too. As far as him on that Red Bull KTM, now we've seen him in these conditions, which I don't want to speak for you, but I'm pretty sure that you knew that he was going to perform well here, and the bike is going to perform well here. But I mean, it's pretty impressive. I think that bike has handled well for him in all conditions, whether it be hard pack, whether it be ruddy, whether it be soft. And I think his bike and bike performance is certainly well balanced and well versed for all conditions, I think.
And RC, let's clear. I want to clarify that a little bit. I
Okay.
guarantee you, he's come to some of these races and he hasn't felt 100% comfortable.
Hmm.
He is the rider, like a lot of them that are out there, but also that learn to ride around issues and utilize the motorcycle where it is good, um, and maximize where it is good, maximize how good you can be there, and then maybe where it has a chink in the armor, you got to ride around that, and I think that's, guaranteed. He hasn't up until Daytona, he hasn't gone to every single round and been like, dude, this thing, I'm just speaking for myself. I
Yeah.
haven't asked Eli this, but as you got to ride around those issues if there is any, and I guarantee you, it hasn't been just peaches and creams the whole up until this point, right? He's
Hmm.
definitely been exposed a few places, but he's that good
Yeah.
and knows that he's got to ride around the issues with areas, and be extra good where the bike is good.
Yep, I 100% agree with you. It gets back to, like we talked the last couple weeks of sometimes you just got to ride the damn thing. It's not always going to be perfect. And I agree with you 100%. Last, before we go to a quick break into the Dunlop debate, dude, he's got 57 wins. And I mean, listen, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know. And of course, everything is possible. Like, do you think he gets to, what do you think it'll take, I should say, other than wins? Do you think he can get to 72 Supercross wins, and what will it take, and how does he do that?
I mean, on his trajectory right now, I think how long is he going to race? I think that's the biggest question, right? As we sit here and look at how this first part of the season is gone for 2026, you could say that he's got a couple more years in him, for sure. Just from a performance standpoint, he's still able to win. As we're looking at the 450 points right now, 170. Eli's 1 point down, and then Kenny's 20, and then it really starts to spread out. So we got a two-man race. But yeah, how long does he race is the biggest question. And if he does race for, say, 3 more years, and he has the success that he's shown already in 2026, I think it could be damn close to get into that 72. Have to think that you'd have to at least have 4 to 6 wins
15
per year.
Yeah, he needs 15, so he's got to go 5. So if he went 5 more this year, which is possible, he's already got 4 out of the first half.
Yeah, so 2 to 3 years, with the way he's been winning, it's very achievable if he sticks around with us to stay racing.
Yeah, you're right.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.